Hi everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here to do a Friday Reads. What's it like where you are? We are having weird weekends upon us. Last week we had a blizzard, officially a blizzard, and then today we had like an ice storm event. And so all the schools were closed, and so my kids were like, yeah. I mean, they called it last night, so my youngest is just like so happy, which I'm not gonna lie, I was a little happy about not having to do drop off or pick up today. So yeah, there was a little guilt in there as well. But yeah, we're having weird weather, and it's so gray. I hope it's not too, I try to make it as bright as possible in here. I hope it's not too gray in here because it is too dark in here because it's so gray outside. I'm not getting any really good natural sunlight. So there we have it. How are you guys doing? I'm so cold, so I'm taking my blanket. Oh, wait, look, check it out. So I'm wearing my shirts. Remember I told you I try to peek around in like Target and the different stores to see if they have any Black History Month merch. And this is one of the t-shirts that they had. And then if you look in the back, there's... You can see the back. Can you see the back as well? So the back has names on it as well. I love the color of this one. It is a short sleeve, but it's too cold for me to wear it that way. So that's the way I'm wearing it today. But I love picking these up too because I will wear them in the summertime. I like to use them in the garden or just hanging out on the deck. And yes, no, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just a little cold right now. I just get cold and then I'm warm and I'm cold and warm. Turn the heat up and this and that. So I'm just getting warm before we get started. So today is Friday and I'm going to give you an update on what I've been reading. I have been doing very good in the 1619 project. I think that I have set the sweet spot in terms of the amount of pages that we need to get done for each week, so it's making it a lot easier. But I have noticed that my 1619 project nails need to be done. They're kind of really outgrowing it, so I need to get on that stat. And so here we are. So for this week, yeah, because I showed you last week's. So this week we have Shirley Chisholm in here, and I'm just getting ready to start the chapter on citizenship, which is chapter 8, and I think I have the world's record of the most flags in one book. And then and then Ida B. Wells is who I am working towards to finish, and this is all I have left for this week to do. So look at that, booyah! By Sunday I'll be on point and ready for the next one. And I've been pulling out the little tags that I have the flags appear of the week goals, and it's been really nice to see them disappear because I have a lot going on the side. So that's where we are. I have to pick 2 more postcards for I'm kind of having fun doing that for the next reading section. And I'm loving this picture of Shirley Chisholm because like while I'm reading, like I tend to like I lay it on the opposite page that I'm reading, and so I feel like she's like, you listen and you read that, and this is important information. It's a serious picture. I really love it. So I'm loving having that one there. And it's going well. It's going well. There's just so much information. Yeah, it's really well written. So I'm enjoying that. So that is moving along. And then, oh my gosh, why did I put them so far away? I have the Read So Lit book that we're reading, and this is Sun is Sky by I'm gonna butcher it again, Jada Mayberry, or Jade, maybe it's Jade Mayberry, maybe that's how you say it. And I am about 65 pages in, and you know, I don't know, I have to check and see if she's doing, she usually has a Goodreads that group that will follow the book and people will discuss along the way, and she'll have it broken down into sections. So maybe you read, you know, 100 pages the first week, And if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it in that form so that you don't get any spoilers. I don't know if she's doing that this time, but I'm trying to get myself at least to page 100 by the end of this weekend so that I can get to finish it by the end, which it's about 400, a little over 400 pages. So yeah. I'm gonna see. I'm reading it. It's interesting. I'm just waiting to see, you know, where the story's gonna go. So that's where I am with this one. We'll see what's gonna happen with it. So we have that. Then we have, oh my gosh, reach again. I have Bell Hooks, All About Love. And for this one, I was doing this at night. Like I was gonna do this one at night because I felt like this is a good one before bedtime. And I started it, and then I just haven't really, I've been kind of tired at night. So I may have to bring this into the morning or the daytime sessions to get some more headway on this one. I feel the tickle in my throat, so I don't want to sit here and cough. That's just so annoying for anybody listening and for me. So this one I'm in the very beginning stages. I haven't even got to the first chapter. I'm in the introduction, which is really intriguing me. The introduction is really, you know, interesting. So I'm excited to see what the book will be like, you know, so that I can give you my opinion on that. So what else? Okay, so for Black History Month, I thought I would do, because, you know, I love to color. I would look through some of my books and see if there's some pages and maybe color some pages that were, you know, I know last year I did one, I think, in one of my, I think it was an African coloring book, and I did a picture in there. So I got this book. Oh my gosh, why? Next time, they need to be closer. I don't know why. Unless somebody move my chairs, I don't know why that feels so far today. Or maybe it was a big lunch, but we'll say it's the chairs are moved. So anyway, I got this coloring book when I was doing my little raid of Barnes & Noble when they're getting ready to close. Everything was 50% off, so I was in it. This one is called Rise Up, a coloring book celebrating Black courage, resilience, and faith. And so what I did was I selected 4 pictures in this book, and I'm going to try each week to color one. And I'll share it with you. You know, talk about putting yourself out there. I'm gonna share my coloring. So the first one I picked was because I love the cover of this. I went right for this page. I just loved it, and so this is the one that I did. Don't hate now, because I'm just, you know. So this is the one that I colored, and what I did on this one was you can't see it. There's no way the camera's gonna catch it. But on the book, Rise Up and certain petals are gold on here. Not sure if you can tell. Probably not. So what I did to kind of echo that, and this is, I made these, whatever these are, that are floating through the air in various locations. I made those gold. So it kind of echoes the cover. And I know you can't see it. There's no way you're going to see it. So anyways, that's my first page. And it says, Standing in the Need of Prayer, an African-American Spiritual Origin Unknown. And the cool thing is, so it took me a few minutes because I was like, that's not matching what's written on the side. So behind it, so if you were to take this out, like you can take them, they are perforated, I believe, yeah. You could take these out and you could put them, you know, frame them or whatever you want to do. You have in the back, it gives you information about, you know, what the sentiment is that they put on here. And this one, I believe, is a Negro spiritual called Standing in Need of Prayer. Oh, prayer. I'm not gonna do it, but it tells you that the spiritual here, it gives you a little bit of information about it. But yeah, so that's my first picture. And then I have to start this, maybe I'll start this weekend on the next one, because I never really sit and do it all in one. It's a couple sessions. And for this one, I had to kind of figure out what colors palette I wanted to do. And you know how I do it is, I went on Pinterest, and Pinterest has like phenomenal color palettes you can pick. And I picked one of those, and I just mapped my colored pencils to those colors, and then I assigned whatever colors I wanted to be, in here. So that's how I came up with the colors of it, but I really like it. So there's that. And then the other thing is, this is my new 2022 book journal. I don't want to show you guys anything in it yet, because why? Because I haven't shown you the other one yet. But I did, what I was doing, and I felt was kind of weird, it was that I was waiting until I finished, like I have a couple more reviews to do in the 2021, and some pictures that I wanted to put in that one. And then that one will be done. But instead of like starting this one, with the new year and getting on with it, I was afraid that if I started this one, I wouldn't go back to the old one and finish it. And I really feel like normally, like last year, I did it for the year prior. I did that. I put this other one down and I just said, forget it. This is what I have. This is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to put pressure on myself. And I loved it. But last year was a really good, I had really good books that I had read, and I really want to make sure that they're documented there. Especially because I've really kind of had a breakout with Goodreads. Like for the past 2 years, I've just not really left any reviews. I don't know if I put this year, I did last year. I think I just put a random number for a goal. I don't even follow the groups anymore. I know I was watching Dee Dee on Brown Girl Reading, and she talked about another app. And so, yeah. Where am I going with this? I really just don't know what I'm going to do. So because I kind of just ditched Goodreads, I wanted to make sure that I captured what I had last year. That's the one thing great about Goodreads, is you can just catalog what you've read, and you can keep that there, and you can know, and you'll get all that information, and they give you a little graph in the end. Wow, right? I like that. And there is that community aspect, which I just, it just became like more of a to-do, to like, oh, I got to check and see if they, what are they talking about? Or I got to comment, or I got to read the streams of what people wrote to comment. And I was like, I could be reading. So I kind of broke up with it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do to replace that yet this year. I was looking into that other app. I have another app that I have on my phone that I use that doesn't really have a community type thing, but it does have ability to track stuff. So anyway, long and short is I really still want to finish that one, and I think that it is okay for me to put that pressure. However, what I didn't want to do is to have this year suffer because I'm still waiting on that train to leave the station. So I basically sat down and picked what I didn't want to continue, and what I did want it to continue, I put into the new one. I'm really loving this one. I like what I've chosen. I like what I've done in here. And I have to do one more thing with you guys right now and brag about, I always seem to make the promise at the beginning of each year, like, I'm going to write my reviews as soon as I read the book and put them in my journal. Some years I start off and might do it, or it won't happen right away, but I usually get to it a month later or so. I don't want to do that because I feel that right now I read too many different things, and there's so many things coming at me. I listen to podcasts, I do other things, that I'm forgetting things. So I really sat myself down, and the 2 books that I read last month, yes, I said only 2, I put them in here and I wrote the review, and it's done. And it feels so nice to be, starting February off clean and ready. And I'm ready to write the reviews for the 1619. If I should complete these other 2 books, I want to get them done before I begin my March books. So that is the goal, is to really stick. So I'm really excited about that. It seems very minor, but it's one of those things that it snowballs and it gets caught up, and then you're like, oh God, it feels like a chore, and it shouldn't be. But I have some really cool things. I'm going to do, like I said, the video for the old one, and then I'll do a video, because it'll make sense when you see this one, by what I did in the other one to know, what my thoughts were. The only thing is I realized I had forgot something that I really wanted in here. So now I had to guess how many pages I was going to be able to use, and I put it in the back here. And I think it'll be fine. And if it doesn't, I've seen people do that. You attach a piece of paper folded, and you can fold out and have a little extra space. So I think I'll be okay. But yeah, I'm excited. So this is my new one. This is the color of it. It's very pretty, very pretty. I don't know if I had this color before, but it's hard because I'm trying to stay with the same company to get different colors. Like last year's was the turquoise one. I'm too lazy to go get it. So this year we have this really beautiful, it's kind of like a lilac color. It's pretty. So I'm excited about that. I am going to try to get some reading done this weekend. There's no football to watch this weekend, so I should be able to get a little bit more done. And I'm saying a lot. I hope you all are well. I hope you have a lovely weekend. We're enjoying a long one because like I said, we had the ice event. And the interesting thing is the temperature went up first yesterday, and we had this crazy fog, and then all of the snow that we got is melting very fast, which is nerve-wracking. And then we had the shift and change in temperature, and it rained initially, and then it became sleet, and then now it's dropping again. So all of that stuff that's melted is going to freeze. So tomorrow the roads could probably be kind of funky again. But we did manage to melt a lot of the snow. So now driving around, we don't have to have these huge snowbanks to navigate around, which is definitely a challenge, driving around with that. So other than that, I'm fine. I'm just cold. I'm so cold. And you can't even see my shirt because I'm covered. But I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're reading this weekend. And I hope you stay safe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.